Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome. It's the Women's Euros. It's finally here. Finally here. And just for the record, I pressed go live before we were due to go live. So there we go.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to miss a single moment. And of course, our panel is not complete tonight because we've also got Paul with us as well. There we go. Just in the nick of time, Paolo. Now, the teams have walked out. They're on the pitch. National anthems have been sung. Chris, you were on it from the minute you got on the chat telling us what was going on. So there we go. See, on time. Yes, just for the Euros. We turned over a new leaf, as it were. And officially, the game has kicked off. So can we all just confirm how we are watching this evening?
On the television.
Television, wonderful.
BBC iPlayers, I'm way behind by the looks of it. I've just got Piers Sundhager at the moment. Which...
Okay.
Oh, look at you.
BBC on Sky, and I'm on 25 seconds.
Oh.
So there we go. So
I am 3 seconds ahead of you then. Because I'm currently hitting...
Okay.
Shall I tell you when I hit the first minute and we'll synchronize our watches?
Yes, let's do that. So everyone else, hopefully we're not too far out, but it looks like Paul will react, then I will, and then Danny will.
I'll react sometime in 2026.
I have hit
with
the
you
first
eventually.
minute.
Right, let me see if I
Now,
can find a
synchronize your watches. 1 minute in. There we go.
Okay, I'm on a minute now. So I think I'm 6 seconds behind you. That's a bit worrying.
Yes, Switzerland corner.
Okay. Oh, I'm just on the replay for the corner. So there we go. Danny's like, they're in a corner.
I'm still on. Finland have just scored on my TV.
Finland have just scored in 2022.
But yes, for everyone joining us, don't worry, we will be talking about Iceland, Finland earlier. What a bit of a game that was to start us off. We will be discussing the opening ceremony or lack thereof, depending on your viewpoint. And of course, we'll be keeping you up to date with all of the live, action from right in front of us.
Do you reckon it's because I'm nearer Switzerland than you?
I'm way behind. Yeah, this is. Yeah.
I was going to say, so Danny, where are you now? How many minutes?
He's in Northampton somewhere.
Benay's just got the corner.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. That is quite far.
Did you go? Because I haven't checked our fantasy football, which you can still join, by the way, on the UEFA app. Did you go with Benay and the Jets?
I think I did in the end, yes.
Good. Best name ever. I am just going to have a look. If you haven't joined our league yet, let me just get the code up and I'll post it in the chat. So this is on the official UEFA app, not the Fantasy WSL that is now rebranded. And the code to join the Team Chaos League is, I'm just putting it in the chat now. So YW.
Simon, can we please not mention why the hosts aren't playing first? Because I'm really, really bored with people complaining about it, because every person complained about it. And it's not that important.
You just think it would be the case, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You think they're the hosts, they should have their moment. And again, the opening ceremony should be before the tournament begins. And yet it wasn't, but I suppose it was before the host game. So the swings and roundabouts. But hey, we're here. We're one game in. So this is Group A, of course. Did have some, let's have a look. Yeah, we had these from last week if you joined us. So yeah, this will be opening day, Group A, and hopefully Norway can actually pull something off, because we were talking, Danny, in our preview, weren't we, about Group A and how Norway should top the group, or at least be one of the top teams. But it's if they can actually get it together.
As I've said in my topical hashtag, Vaknop Norge, wake up Norway.
I did assume that was hashtag wake up Norway.
That's fantastic. I love that.
That yes, they need to. They've got, particularly as Finland, woke up quite well earlier as well. Norway always seen this as a massive opportunity.
Yeah.
So difficult playing the host
place
first.
they quite want to be. You see? That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we did have Norway and Iceland as the probable. Did we say Norway and Iceland? Norway and Finland. I've
I'd put
made so
Norway
many
and Iceland, I think,
Norway and
which
Iceland.
is already looking dodgy.
I think we all went Iceland because they shithouse 1-0, ironically.
Yeah,
And you can see now, having watched that game, how they did that.
Absolutely. I do have to say, so far, it has been the Swiss, the home team, that are doing a lot of the attacking. And I don't think so. We're talking about it, weren't we? Switzerland as a nation, only recently they've been really making a name for themselves, starting to get through. And you probably wouldn't think for them to get out the group, but they do have some really good names in there. Because Danny, we talked about they're missing Bachmann, aren't they? Because she's out, and some other big names, but they've still got Rutzler in there. They've still got Noel Moritz. Where's my topical tag come from? But they could cause a bit of an upset, couldn't they?
They could. No, they need to get off the mark and because we saw with England last time out, then with even though we scraped a win against Austria and just about got over the line, it gave the country that lift, and that's what you need as the host country. You need that win in the first game. You need the fans to be right behind you, which it looks like they are already. They're in the grounds. They're right behind them. But if they can nick something against Norway, even if it's a draw, a good feeling kind of thing, then they're off and running, and the country gets right behind them, and you snowball from there.
Yeah. Oh, that was a bit of a clash, but everyone's up, and that's fine. Our favourite Benet, and she was, of course, our one to watch, wasn't she?
Yeah, she is. I haven't got back onto it yet. Is she playing at right wing back still, or does she look like she's a bit further forward?
She's in that general direction.
She's on the right.
The general direction of the right-hand side.
She's on the right side, at least. But yeah, it looks like
she's not playing
she
the
is.
Beyonce position. To the left. To the left. Sorry, everybody. That's the level you're at.
There, I was like, which Beyonce song? Where are we going with this? Because, of course, she is irreplaceable in this team as well.
Oh, Bob.
Nice.
I
mean, she's going to be a survivor in that team for many years to come as well, isn't she? I would imagine.
And of course, as well, they let her do what she wants because she's a very skilled player. She's an independent woman. How many can we get?
See, I thought you were then going to get Spice Girls mixed up there and say, you know what she wants, what she really, really wants.
She had a shot in qualifying, I think it was, that just trickled through to the goalkeeper. She really should have put a ping on it. There we go. We've set the standard after 5 minutes, everyone.
Yep, Graham's proud of us.
Right.
This is Graham's fault for any reason.
Oh, completely Graham's fault.
What minute are you on in your game? Because I've moved to another.
7 minutes 46.
Okay, this one's a bit better. I'm only about 20 seconds behind now, maybe 30. So this is working a bit better than the other one.
Someone might say, if I see a goal, then you'll have 21 seconds to go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. There we go. And now you get the average age of me and Danny.
The Swiss are looking the most dangerous.
On the back of those Norway shirts is foul. They've got some kind of weird kind of Scandinavian runes.
Well, they're runes, aren't they? I personally think they're really cool. If you're a commentator who doesn't really know who you're talking about, awful. But aesthetically, I love it.
I mean, I could be serious talk about the worries of runes and how they've been adopted by some very undesirable elements of society, but we can safely assume Frida Leonardsson Mornum is not, a white supremacist biker gang, so they can probably get away with it. But yeah, runes are dodgy.
Considering they are Norway, I think yes, they absolutely can. It's just when when certain companies and things adopt the runes because they look like the English letter, but actually have a completely different sound and meaning and everything. So Yeah, as long as they've done it properly, which it looks like they have, I think. Oh, this is getting a bit feisty.
It's a good game so
Now-
far.
Yeah, it's not a bad game.
It's a flowing game, end to end.
It's the good thing about this though, both teams are completely up for it, and wearing my Villa top tonight to rep Maritz, and I think she's already put a couple of feet in already. So hey, we're.
Do we want some facts about Basel then?
Go on.
It's the thing we can do for watch along, the stadiums and the host cities, because you can learn stuff.
Very nice, yeah.
Basel is on the River Rhine, which is a river in Europe, which people know quite well. There you go.
The River Rhine is a river.
The River Rhine is a river. But the Rhine is the longest river in Europe and flows
that could have been something.
through
Cross
Switzerland.
into the box, but it's just too much. Does Mornham keep it in? Not really, but it's not given.
It's famous as one of the most famous museums in Europe, including the Kunstmuseum.
Sorry?
Pardon?
The Kunstmuseum.
I feel like Rosie needs to go and visit that while she's over there.
Oh, we should so send Rosie to the Kunstmuseum if she's in Basel, if she's watching.
Have a whole sign about
everybody. For people who don't speak German, Kunst is German for art. And it's
allegedly.
It's often produced by Kunst as well, but German. This is the German speaker desperately trying to prove that he had a reason for saying Kunstmuseum, because there is a other museum, but that's in Amsterdam. I know because I've been there. Believe it or not, it was a load of old fanny. But
the podcast welcome. Paul does this.
Hey, you were the one who made jokes about me getting the D in the preview. I'm just getting revenge here.
Hey, that was after 9 o'clock. This is only 8:10. I edit to my audience.
It is famous for the Arts Museum, which was the oldest art museum accessible to the public in the world. As well. It's over 400 years old. It has Switzerland's oldest university as well. And it's the main center for the pharmaceutical industry, which may explain why I'm talking like this about it. But it is, although it said Basel, it's pronounced Basel. And the stadium that they are playing at, if I remember correctly, is the St. Jakob Park.
They are, yes.
Which is, I believe, the largest stadium in Switzerland. I'm desperately catching up to check.
Oh.
And is, of course, home of FC Basel, who had a bit of a run in the Champions League a few years ago, I seem to remember. In the men's game.
What is that? What's the men's game?
Indeed.
The men play football.
It's apparently, they try hard.
Oh, that was close. Noel Maritz saving the day again. I don't know whose side I'm on. I'm really conflicted now. So Hegerberg was driving forward.
Not yet.
Not yet.
She might do in a minute.
She might do when we're watching England versus France.
But that is probably the best chance so far if Maritz hadn't have got there. And that's why we love Noel Maritz.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
That's a challenge. That's a cracking challenge.
It is a very, very good time.
Very, very good.
Might get Maritz in the back of my shirt next season.
She was offside, but it was a good challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some love for the ball, by the way, the official ball?
It's a bit sad that the ball doesn't get brought on in the gay car, doesn't it? Do you remember in the last Euros it got brought on in the gay car, but I don't think the gay car has returned.
The little tiny car? No, we've got no tiny car this time.
Imagine, because they gave the tiny car an official Twitter account. Imagine studying for a marketing degree and everything. You get your dream job, and you've got to write as the persona of a tiny remote control car.
Dream job.
Dream job.
See that This is what we want from Benet as well, what she did probably about 2 minutes ago from you.
Oh, strike.
Moving forward.
Oh, Leovalti. Danny, when you get there, talk about Leovalti. Oh, Chris is on it. He's printed out our lovely Pod Euros wall charts.
Nice.
Yes, that's what we need. I do just want to say how nice Norway's away kit is.
Oh, yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Really lovely kits.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get a red and white kit wrong, isn't it? I know you might be biased, Freya, but it is kind of hard to get a red and white kit wrong. Like, it's just a good football kit colour, isn't it? Like,
it is. I am talking about this away kit though.
yeah, they've just reversed. It's your classic. Just they've reversed the colours.
Well, it's like a pinky purpley, isn't it?
Because see, that might be me looking at it. It's off white, cream. There's probably some wanky name for it. Like, I don't know.
Oh, our feature that never came back.
Well, now I'm googling the Norway kits and the logic behind them.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
To see what they talk about.
We need the official colour of it. A bit like the NWSL jerseys that we looked at.
Here we go. Norway 2025 Euro Women's Home and Away Kits. Released. The home kit is just red.
Boring.
With the odd bit of blue highlights on it. The away... Oh, yeah, the away kit isn't white, is it?
No.
It just looks white on my screen. It transitions from lilac, that's their official colour, to teal green.
It's lovely.
With a monochrome crest. That's what most people just say, black and white. But...
Nah, monochrome. Sounds good. See, Chris is going to predict the future now. Open to the pack of stickers. Got Bergsvand and Ryson. So I wonder if they are playing now. Yes, and what part will they play? Of course.
Unfortunately, the only thing I can say is it's a stylish gradient design, but it does have Norge, which is, of course, the Norwegian word for Norway, inside the colour.
Was that Reutler then a minute ago? Little teasing effort.
I was going to say, I think on our screen, I think Ryton's just had a shot. Graham Hansen doing Graham Hansen things, and no one's there.
We haven't seen much of her yet, have we? Really?
No.
We're only 15 minutes in. We haven't seen a huge amount of her.
Wake up, Norway.
Hashtag wake up, Norway. Now, I do have the official Nike description, if you'd like it.
Go on.
Inspired by modern minimalist Norwegian design, Norway's 2025 away kit is a symbol of endurance and innovation. Geometric lines celebrate the country's architecture, while cool purples and icy turquoises evoke morning light over snowy landscapes. And the colour shown, so it doesn't say like amethyst tint / violet. Oh no, amethyst tint / violet haze / white.
Violet haze? It sounds
violet
like
haze and amethyst tint. Yes. Yes, cooling break for everyone.
Sounds like the stuff that the biggest wankers of your neighbours paint their bathroom, doesn't it? Amethyst haze. So it's not green, it's amethyst haze.
That could be a good kids' name, wouldn't it?
Oh God, amethyst.
Amethyst haze. I do have. I probably shouldn't say this, but there was a chat. I'll have to put it in the group chat later. A kid with the best name in the world at one of my old jobs.
It'll have to be hyphenated, wouldn't it? It would be Amethyst Hayes, and the parents would insist on using the full name. You couldn't call her Amy or anything.
Oh, imagine if you were like, "Hi, my name's Amy." Like, all right, lovely. And you saw her on their driver's license, Amethyst.
Amethyst Hayes. And of course, it'd be a double-barreled surname as well. Like,
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Although
cooling break. Sorry, just keeping us up to date.
you've just got on the cooling break, right?
Cool. It's about 20 seconds into the cooling break.
Or it would be the greatest footballer name. I now want Jan Vennegoor of Hesselink to have a kid called Amethyst Hayes.
Oh, his son started to play, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Old Vennegoor of Hesselink.
One of the greatest surnames ever.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut for the people who played Football Manager in the noughties. Amethyst Hayes Vennegoor of Hesselink, Norway's next striker.
That's how I'm just doing. Oh, so much reflection in this.
I was going to say, you're tilting the phone, so do you want me to slow it the right way up?
No, I was trying to do like, hey, we're live doing a watch along, but I've got the sun is setting there. So I've got as you can probably see behind us, I've got really weird streaks of sunlight hitting everywhere. So it's fine.
I would try and do it, but the trouble is we get our StreamYard interface rather than the actual watch along, don't we? So
yes. No, don't worry. I was just doing it for the gram. Don't worry.
Amethyst Hayes Percival Pigeon sounds like an Arsenal youth player.
Percival Pigeon. Oh, Percival.
I'm still trying to find a better stream, but I'm not.
Ryan there going for those of you old enough to remember changing rooms. I thought that was still a thing.
Change rooms isn't that old. I don't think it's still a thing, but
to Wikipedia we go. My Wikipedia search entries are going to be.
Welcome to the Switzerland-Norway live watch along. We're just on Wikipedia on whether
Came for the Euros. Came for Euros. Stayed for the changing rooms.
That was a good one. That's going to be good next week. City versus Chelsea. Brighton versus Benin.
The one that always makes me laugh about Guro writing is I can't help but think about Mortal Kombat, because there's Guro in Mortal Kombat who has like 4 arms and rips people to shreds.
Yes.
Proper.
Yes, good shout.
There you go. You get computer games, you get name jokes, and we're only 21 minutes in. You've got 70 more minutes of this, folks.
That's it. Hey, Graham's already on it. 96 to 2004. Changing rooms.
Rest in peace.
We've definitely found our audience now with the references, haven't we? If we stick with like late 90s, noughties references, we sorted.
Norway corner and collected by the keeper.
I'm basically listening to the radio of you guys and then watching it afterwards.
I know I feel bad. I'm like, I don't want to react too much. But if I don't react,
no, you're going to be waiting a while. To be fair,
but then you get the amazing reaction in stereo.
We've got a little love train going on to the corner.
Pardon?
Yeah, when they get in a line.
I beg your pardon.
Is that not what they call it? They call it a love train, don't they? When you line up for a corner, is that right?
Running
I just made that up.
I know what you mean, Daddy. It's okay. People in the chat, do we call it a love train when they all hold on to each other at a corner?
Well, they don't necessarily need to hold on, but
people
line up.
People in the chat, do you know what the phrase "running a train" means, and should it be? Because
Daddy's found a whole different broadcast.
There you go.
See, yeah, I'll just Google it. England did it once. The men's team.
One time.
Once, yeah. Against Belarus in 2006.
All aboard the love train.
Love train.
What was the song Love Train? I've got to Google that now. I'm just Googling everything. My Google history is probably going to get me arrested.
It's just when you think, would anyone actually, if people looked into it, what would they do? Oh, that could have been a chance, but Norway's defence held strong off Maren Mjelde that time.
Oh, strike.
Noel, where are you going?
Wait for it.
You are a defender. Oh!
There we go.
Yes!
Oh, and now we wait for Danny's reaction.
Give me a minute. What happens?
Who did that come?
We're not going to tell you that.
You'll know. Was that from Rutila?
It was.
Oh.
Just the tension of waiting for Danny to react.
That's because anytime now, Danny.
Still going. Go on, hit it. No, it's not going to.
It's it.
Hit it. Frost it.
Yeah.
Thunder bastard it. Oh!
There we go. That's how far behind he is, everybody.
There we go. That's a thunder bastard waiting to happen, that was.
Yeah.
That was
Imagine
inches
it coming.
from a thunder bastard. Rattled the bar, to use cliches.
Rattled the bar.
See?
Okay, so my friend Sophie, who I've mentioned on the pod quite a few times, I don't know if she's listening tonight. Her phrasing is incredible. She said, "This Norway team is like someone has all the parts for a Ferrari, yet somehow manages to assemble a Ford Ka."
So true.
And now
I
it
have
has
to
Gemma Granger, who failed with Wales. Like,
Yes. So if it's, I don't know, do we think it's like a deeply rooted thing? Because if they've changed manager and they're still like they're doing things, they've qualified, they've done enough, but they're still not where they should be. I don't know. What do you think could shake them out of it? Do you think?
I am still not convinced by their goalie. Like, obviously, she is a high standard of goalie because she's playing international football, but by the standards of women's international goalies that play at the top level, I would say,
Yeah.
you know, if you're taking goalies from the Euros for your fantasy team or whatever,
Yeah.
Cecily Fiskerstrand would probably be 16th on my list in terms of picking as a starting fantasy goalie.
It's a strange, isn't it?
They are the
I didn't have to
Spurs.
say, I'm impressed by Switzerland so far.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to expect from them, but they're putting a good shift in.
They're a
together
nice
team,
watch.
don't they? Yeah.
Like,
Does Rice look a bit like Alessia Russo to anyone else?
Does what, son?
if you dyed her hair blonde, there would be potential for
She's blondish.
confusion.
Danny, in about 4 minutes, when the camera pans to Ryson, if you just let us know whether you think she looks like Russo or not.
To who? Brighton.
Oh, there we go!
Number 8.
Have we got a
Number
goal?
8, Ryson.
Tor for die Schweiz!
Oh, we do! We do! And it was the girl in question, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
She's
a little
very
bit.
happy.
There we go. Yeah.
Tiny bit.
So that's said she looked like Russo, and then
If Russo was suddenly surprised by something,
I will say, having the headphones
yes,
in
Switzerland take the lead 1-0.
Norway, for crying out loud!
Norway.
Let's wake up.
that was a massive goal for Switzerland.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it's fake Russo.
And that was, you know, for those who speak German, they'll see the Penteckers Riesen is German for giant. So there you go.
That's a big goal.
It's a nice finish as well.
See, this is what I mean. Like the first goal of the tournament, suddenly the whole country is up and running. Maybe they're going to win 8-0.
This is what I mean about Fiskerstrand, though, because that strike, I am not in any way, shape, or form a goalkeeping expert, but I would think her positioning there looks slightly off because you'd expect if the ball is over on that side, she would be nearer her, in inverted commas, near post, rather than moving across. But I don't know this for sure, and I will.
Right back got caught out as well, didn't she? For the goal, she's drifted in, and then she's got back and not really done anything. Still, like she left a gaping hole for her to run into.
It's
Norway.
It's not great defending from the Norwegians, is it?
Sweet.
I'm always reluctant to highlight goalkeeping in women's football because it's a trope, but
You love to see Pia Sundhage happy, don't you? She's just loving everything in the minute.
She's
Like
just
everything's a
lovely.
bonus now at this point, isn't it, for her? She's God, I've still got it.
You make it sound like she was expected to die 5 years ago or something. Just like
I mean, she's done so much
still
in her
here.
career that
you make it sound like Logan's Run or something. She's got that flashing red light in her palm, and she's just there like, oh, nobody's come to get me yet. I'll manage Switzerland for the Euro.
yeah. Oh, it's still working.
Reason is also a very, very nice German sweet.
Oh, it is. Yeah. missed that.
Right, so is it Reason, not Risen?
It is Reason, yes.
Chocolate chew.
Yes.
I'm just thinking of Riesling, but that's a very nice
Riesling
one.
is the wine, yeah.
Haven't
Riesling.
Norway lost them?
I've got the advertising jingle for Reason in my head now, which is really, really funny because you know they went through a phase where with non-English products, they very obviously just dubbed the original adverts that were sold in like Germany or whatever. So
yeah,
whenever they taught, it was very obviously dubbed.
Yeah.
And this also happens in reverse with like Cadbury's products. If you watch it on foreign TV, it's the same adverts with dubbing in.
Yeah.
But the Reason jingle was like disturbingly, dystopianly upbeat. Because it was just some guy going, "You are the one who loves laughter and fun. Fun for you, the Reason chocolate chew. Always with reasons and laughs on your side." Other chocolate chews are available.
I've heard that voice before somewhere. When I was in the cellar.
I've heard it usually about 4 a.m. when you bolt awake and you just hear it going away.
Oh, dear. Haven't Norway lost to the hosts in the last 2 Euros? In the groups.
Oh, that's a stat.
So this could be the third, obviously. So that's what happens when
stat, that is.
I do prefer Graham's fun fact in the chat. Beeson is Swiss for Russo, probably.
See, if actually Swiss for Russo would probably be Hort, or Horten, which is red, because Russo is Italian for red. So
of course, yeah.
There you go. And also,
this is why we have a German speaker on the pod.
And also, good effort, Graham. I'm annoyed I didn't think of that.
Love me for a reason. Let the reason be.
The BBC are proud that they've got Wales versus Netherlands, but there's a depressing amount of the first round of group games on ITV, which means a depressing amount of Sam Matterface. There you go. 33.
If anyone didn't see Paul's tweets earlier, he made his feelings very clear. I do just want to say, though, how petty it is that neither the BBC nor ITV ever make any reference to other games being shown. It's like, yes, so thank you for watching this evening. We're back on Saturday, as if no football is happening.
Yeah.
For the next few days.
But the BBC are probably looking at it going, well, we've got Wimbledon, so you know we're fairly sorted for sport for the next week or so.
Yeah.
So is everything on ITV now for the rest of the week?
Yes, I think BBC's next one's Netherlands.
Yeah. Norway have lost to the hosts in the last 2. I've just looked at the stat. It's right. They lost to the Netherlands 2017, England 2022, 23, 22. And then
22, 23.
It'll be the hat trick. They don't like a host.
They don't like a host.
Should make a piece of toast. What's that song?
They wouldn't like to see a ghost.
That's the one.
Rather eat a piece of toast.
Yeah. Watch the evening news.
With the
right, sorry, what's just happening?
Song Life. Oh, Life.
By Desiree. Absolute classic.
Desiree, yeah.
A fine example of deep emotional songwriting.
Surprised you didn't get the opening ceremony. Yeah, Paul, what happened to the Schlager music, by the way? Do you know? There wasn't any.
For that, we can be thankful, to be honest.
For the opening ceremony, it was just a load of gladiators' bugle sticks being waved around.
They had them in. Did they just have them sing their country's national anthems? Because I saw a tweet somewhere that they had
Maybe. I don't know.
Astrid sing the Norwegian national anthem. And then they
they just sang. There was no.
So they weren't doing their own hits.
Oh, that's
unfortunately. So we didn't get to see Beatrice Egli do the truly epic titan of European music that is Mein Herz, which I wish. This is where I wish I could.
And
we could continue.
Chance for the Swiss.
Norway, crying out loud. Told you time and time again, Norway. I've told you a million times. I warned you. Look what you're doing.
What's Norwegian for? Does any of you want to play? Because right now we're losing 1-0 to the Swiss. just get whoever the Swiss.
It might be a bit long, that translation. Yeah. Oh, see, Chris has got the stats. Belgium, Italy is on BBC Two tomorrow, and Spain versus Portugal is ITV. There we go. And they are games in Group B, of course, which we previewed last week. So if you want a bit more detail on all the groups, please do go back and watch that. We had great fun.
That's a point. They haven't shown Alicia Lehman yet at all.
They did zoom in on her incredibly short shorts.
Or was there a slow motion replay of her standing, turning around, or something?
The wind just blowing.
Yeah. They just brought a wind machine out just for her.
I do wonder what, because obviously with these international tournaments, the feed is very much provided by one people, and all the broadcasts take it. And I wonder if it's UEFA or whether it's the Swiss broadcasting company, and if so, which Swiss broadcasting company? Because of course there are 3 official languages in Switzerland and 3 different national TV channels for depending on which speaker you use. Also, Swiss German is weird. I can confirm this.
As I can imagine. Yeah, because when they did the Eurovision Song Contest, of course, this year in Switzerland. Again, we said it on the preview, but that should be the official anthem of
Made in Switzerland.
Made in Switzerland, yeah. But yeah, I thought the oh god, I can't remember her name now. Hazel. I thought she said there were 4 official languages. Are there only 3?
There are 4 technically.
Okay.
Because there are Swiss German, which is not German. It's basically like if Glasgow English was the official English. And then French, and then Italian, and then Romansh, which is a really weird mix of all 3 of them.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I get caught in a bad Romansh.
Well played.
This is all I've got this evening. Because I'm so far behind, it's all I've got. I've just got bad puns all night. It's not massively unusual, but
it would have to be if it was a bad romance, it would have to be in Baal, wouldn't it?
What's that
this is what you tune in for, everybody. This is what you tune in for.
We advertise football to lure you in, but actually it's just a load of fun.
People of various ages making bad puns.
I'm sure I saw someone asleep in the crowd.
Yeah, that was a bit offside.
They were Swiss,
I assume it's Norwegian. It must have been Norwegian.
Maybe they
Swiss have been properly on top, haven't they? They've bossed this.
Yeah,
they really have.
Really,
but they could easily have come out and been like in awe of some of their players and nervous of the occasion, but they've come out and they're smashing it.
Yeah, they really
deserve this.
Up to it. Another corner, Rutler taking it short. Can they do anything with it?
I do enjoy Geraldine Reuter's hair, by the way. She's got an interesting, weird kind of mix of cornrows and like plaits going on.
Yeah, but imagining that heat though, I can confirm as someone with incredibly thick hair, that looks perfect for those conditions. It really does.
Fashion advice. You got fashion, you got geography, you got history, you got art criticism, you got languages, and all of that just in the first 39 minutes.
We're just the podcast that gives it all. That's exactly what it is.
You can tell the game slowed down a little though. Somewhat.
Should have bought snacks.
I've just finished my McFlurry, and I'm thinking,
what did you go for?
Smarties, of course.
Nice, classic.
Yeah. Classic, never lets you down. I always get scared when they release a new flavor. I'm like, oh, what if it's just not good? And then you just no.
That's very first world problems. That is. That is incredibly first world problems.
No, we travelled back home today, and then I was straight to work, and then we were doing this. So Georgie was like, "Should we just get a Mackey's?" I was like, yes, we should. There's no
other fast food restaurants are available, of course.
They are.
Assuming you purchased from this particular fast food restaurant and not the many other equally good fast food restaurants that are available. What is your go-to Mackey's? But everyone has the go-to meal that they're just straight in.
I'm a 5 chicken selects.
Yeah, because it used to be Chicken Legend, but that disappeared. I think they've got something similar to that now. I can't remember what it's called. But,
I remember going through a phase.
But they've stopped doing the sour cream and chive dip, which if anyone works at Mackey's or has any relation to, then I'd like to put in a complaint. So they stopped doing me sour cream and chive dip, and then the one near me doesn't do the garlic mayo anymore. So it's like, well, what would you like me to dip my chicken in? Like what? As your other, that is not dirty. You cannot make that dirty, Paul.
What
options? Okay.
Challenge accepted.
Italy, you can have mayonnaise. They give you
See, this is where I wish there was a facility. If obviously to be approved by the host, but like, here's a sound clip, play this out, kind of thing, and then you put it in there.
Yeah, because, like on the radio, we've got all the sound clips ready for every occasion. Because
actually, they were Swiss. I think they were Swiss. Hold on.
Ooh.
Google and Spotify.
That was a push in the back. That was Norway.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Is there any Norway fans in tonight? Or... It doesn't look like it.
Sounds like that should be like DJ and everybody wandering from Norway tonight. Make some noise.
Norwegians in tonight.
There's Norwegians in. Have you ever noticed how Norwegians
get to a tournament?
Absolute stand-up comedy with a football match. Yes. Did you know other famous Swiss people? You know that song, The Race, that always gets put with car racing? The ding ding ding. No, you don't. You're looking at me.
Oh, Graham Hansen crossed to the box. Someone was there. Switzerland able to deflect.
That was by the Swiss electronic band Yellow, who also produced the song "Oh Yeah," which is one of those ones that's always used whenever people strip in films.
Oh yeah.
That was just, oh yeah, I know that one.
Will that land? Will it not? I'll do it anyway. Okay.
Oh, it did. And there's another one that has trip your trigger, and I don't know whether that was the race, but I was going to change that to dip your chicken and make it. So that was the big build up to that. It wasn't worth it, was it? I've wasted everybody's time, in fact.
Oh, and it was all yellow.
Much like Norway are their fans at the moment, because
they must be fuming.
Yeah, I think
it's just not working, is it?
No.
Whatever they're trying to do.
The Swiss look very
so
comfortable, don't they? Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, they could get a couple of goals there, I think. Swiss.
And then you ask the question, I suppose: are Norway hopeful of getting a result against Finland and Iceland against two teams whose whole identity is we're going to be tough to break down.
Such an interesting group. And if it stays like this, that's probably the perfect set of results for this group in the opening game. So it sets
that's
up
really wide open, isn't it? If it does it, because again, going on what we assume, Finland probably would have won, but then I think a lot of people would have said Norway should be winning this one, especially. Nearly goalkeeper mistake. I think Monum's on her way to a yellow card.
I think
angry all match.
Angry young woman.
But it's quite a physical game. I'm enjoying how much both teams are properly going for it, and they're not just going, it's opening game. We'll try and get what we can from it. They've gone right. We're doing it all in.
This is a good, because some of them you get opening games that are rubbish, and then you get opening games like Germany turning up in the last World Cup, and you get opening games like England versus Austria, and then you get opening games where people go for it.
Yeah, when that was that opening game last Euros, I was like, oh, is this what the tournament's going to be like? Oops.
Yeah, just the worry.
Yeah.
And Nancy is sharing her memories of it. Very loudly.
Very high opinions of it.
I was wondering how long it would take her to get involved. I did try with the eye makeup today to do a Norway flag on one eye and a Swiss flag on the other.
Okay.
But it didn't really work because I couldn't get a very obvious, like they both just look like red with a bit of moulding. So.
But you know what? They'll appreciate the thought. So
they will. And I did try to draw the Swiss, and I did enjoy drawing the Swiss flag, which was a big plus.
Hey. Well done. Well done.
Had to get that one in. Here she is. Here is Nancy.
Go on, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
Right, let her go.
And she was yelling. There she is.
Terry, okay?
Kerry is telling me off because she is slightly arthritic. So Kerry is a little bit worried that by moving her around she's sore.
Yeah.
And I'm by manhandling her. And my response to that is, I think if she was sore, I'd know because she'd do something like this.
Oh, yeah.
Which she did the other day. I should have put a warning on that, shouldn't I? Blood, gore, and.
If people are watching this podcast, they made a strong stuff. It's okay.
I see what you mean, by the way, about reason being.
See.
Rousseau-esque.
Right, I'm gonna get to comparison pictures now. There we go. So yes, that is the end of the first half. I realise the amount of football talk has failed in comparison to everything else and everything in between. However, for a half, I think Switzerland probably couldn't have asked for a better start to a tournament, right?
Perfect.
Come out pretty well indeed.
As much as Swiss people can show emotion, I'd imagine they're pretty happy with that.
I think it probably helps us by the way Norway play is not like the way Iceland's played. If they'd have played Iceland in the first game, it might have got a little bit more frustrating. But the way Norway have come out, they're trying to play a little bit open. It's played into Switzerland's hands quite a bit.
Yes,
and they're overrunning them for the most part.
They've been able to find that space, haven't they? And just really,
what's
really
that?
attack.
What's that building? Is that where they are?
That's their flat pack studio.
Oh, lovely that.
I'm assuming that building isn't just like one they built, and it did look a bit AI, didn't it?
It did.
You don't know nowadays.
Yeah. Those mountains aren't? Are they actual mountains?
I now want to rewind
AI.
footage
Don't
and
trust
see
it.
if it's AI or not. But watching that goal again, Reason's allowed to run a long way, isn't she?
Yeah, like I said, it's the right back who's stepped out and given her that space. I can't see who it was.
Yes, Graham, I saw that. I saw
Beth
Rowe, my favourite flying fullback, has left Charlton.
Oh, I didn't see any of that.
Oh,
which made me a bit sad.
Ali Brazil as well.
Ali Brazil's gone.
What?
Ali Brazil is a choice.
On a, it's left on a free. Or?
Yeah, end of contracts.
Do we reckon WSL team have picked her up, or do you reckon she's still championship for the moment for Ali Brazil?
Top end championship at least, I think.
Top end.
Palace.
Goal scorer, isn't she? Palace, good shout.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we just say Sunderland making moves?
Some signings, indeed.
Ryan Roberts and Rhiannon Blades. Like
Rhiannon Roberts is a hell of a signing. And relevant, of course, because she's in the Welsh squad, and we talked about her
exactly. Yes.
last week.
Euro's info. So Graham said they were all offered contracts, but chose not to accept them. I do love the shade of a club that's like they have decided to leave.
Yeah.
At the end of their contract.
Also, speaking
Liverpool
of
said about
decisions,
Taylor Hines, didn't they? Has decided to leave at the end of.
Did you see the ridiculousness of apparently Manchester City are classless and everybody hates them today because Chloe Kelly was finally confirmed as signing for Arsenal.
Yes.
And apparently Man City finally obviously did her departure thing and just basically said, Chloe Kelly's leaving. Thanks, Chloe.
Cheers, mate. See you later.
Yeah, and that's like, what would you want?
And everyone was like, oh, the Arsenal's announcement of signing her has been up 40 minutes and Manchester City haven't thanked her or said goodbye yet. It's like, well, she did publicly rip them to shreds and force a move out the door. Like,
And that's the thing, like, it didn't happen on the best terms. So they made a pause. They said thank you. That's kind of it. That's all, they don't have to be over the top. Unfortunately. But yeah, I think a lot of people read a lot more into it than really needs to be.
Also, watching the halftime team talk, can I just say, Ellen White has amazing style.
I was thinking that earlier. Yeah,
she's just really cool, isn't she?
She's just effortlessly cool, isn't she?
She does look. If she was a guy, she'd definitely be the kind of guy who read like GQ for the fashion and bought like designer shirts and appeared in those photo shoots with like open collars and stuff like that, because she has, like you say, she's got this effortless cool about the way she carries herself.
She has. I do just want to say I'm not being ignorant. I'm just trying to find two pictures of Ryson and Russo that look really similar.
I think that is an AI studio.
Made it. See?
There you go.
Same person.
It's the same person.
Oh, yeah. There's Reason's face is slightly more defined in the sense that, like, she's got slightly more defined cheekbones. Listen to me. I must sound like a right wanker.
I know. Listen to you.
But I don't know. Start wearing eyeliner and suddenly I'm talking about defined cheekbones and all sorts. But I think that is some sort of AI studio, possibly in, and I do wonder whether it's in Switzerland or not. This is the question you have every major tournament. Like, are they actually in a studio? Have they been flown out there to broadcast from there, or are they back in London and peed off because all the commentators have gone out there and done it?
That is an unreasonably long microphone, isn't it? Surely there doesn't need to be that.
I love the way you say unreasonably long microphone. Those things, having, I can go moody or wankery now. Those things are really heavy.
Well, yeah, it would be.
They are surprisingly heavy. Annoyingly, and apparently you have classes on how to hold them. Because when I did my internship at the BBC, darlings, when I did my apprenticeship there, and we had stuff, one of the things was, here's how you hold a microphone when interviewing on TV. to get the best sound and get the best visual thing as well. Which it's the kind of thing you never thought of.
Yeah. How to hold it? Wow.
That's an interesting Sound of Music choice dress by.
It might be one of her favourite things. You don't know.
Oh, well played.
Thank
took
you.
That took a second. It disappointed me though that she didn't finish that item with "So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen."
Is that how every time you knock someone out, they've all got to line up and
So
sing
long, farewell. And speaking of Leslie Russo, there she is. The first of 47 interviews that the BBC will broadcast with her in the next month. In the group stage alone.
Yes, because we were saying off air, weren't we? This was the build-up to Switzerland, Norway, and they didn't actually mention Switzerland or Norway
for about 45
minutes. Yeah, before the actual kickoff, because it was all about the lionesses, and then it was about Wales, and it's fantastic. Everyone's getting this coverage, but if you're here to watch Switzerland, Norway, have a bit of that other coverage, and then focus on the actual people who were playing, because I don't think they went through starting lineups or ones to watch or anything. It was just and by the way, here's the teams. So I think we owe it to go through the lineups just really quickly. So Switzerland, we have. Let's have a look. Oh, it's displayed it really weirdly. I do apologize. Okay, so we've got the best name for a goalie ever, Peng. Peng in goal, who's just signed for Chelsea, of course, hasn't she? Liv Peng. We've then got, apparently, Reeson is meant to be at left back, according to this.
Wing backs, aren't they? They're playing.
They are wing backs.
Very much wingers. They're the two, Benet and.
Yeah, there we go. See, and this is why you can't trust a formation, is it? Because really, she's not there with Moritz, is she? So Reeson, Moritz, Stiali, Caligaris, and Benet, of course, in the back line, with Benet and Reeson, as we've just mentioned, playing more of a wing-back role. We've then got Ivelge, Volti, and Velotto in midfield, with Rutela and Gemaili up front. So that was for Switzerland. Hopefully, of course. And then Norway, of course, we've got Fiskerstrand in goal. Bielda and Mjelde. Oh, that's a fantastic duo in the back line. So Bielda, Mjelde, Hansen and Lund.
Dia Bielda has actually made that position because in the last Euro she was very much a sub, and now she's moved. She's moved and evolved into their starting left back.
Very good.
Over the past few years. And Tuva Hansen as well.
Tuva Hansen's doing brilliant things at club level. So, yeah, really, really happy to see her continuing to thrive, but we haven't said many good things about this Norway team, have we? But yeah, no, great that she's in this lineup. We've then got Ingrid Engen, of course, and Vildebor Riise in front of them. Then we've got Frida Mornum, Caroline Graham Hansen, Guro Reitsen, and Ida Hegerberg up front. Of course, it is half time. We might see some substitutes. Norway, they need to do something. Danny, what do they need to do? They need
to wake up. They need to.
How would you tell them that in their native language?
I'll tell them to van op, Norge.
Van op, Norge.
I'm not a fashion critic in any way, but I'm just fascinated by the completely different vibes that Farrell Williams and Ellen White are projecting with their outfits. Like they both work in their own way, but like you've got Ellen White who looks like she's relaxed on the catwalk at Milan Fashion Week or something. And then Farrell Williams looks like she's getting ready for a holiday in Ibiza. And
She might be.
We've got Neda Minoru who just hasn't got a clue what he's doing there. He's woken up in an AI studio somewhere, and he's wondering what on earth he's got to talk about. It's like what's his face, Guy Gomer on the BBC.
You've got to respect Neda Minoru actually, because he's turned what was a fairly mediocre club career into good punditry. He's got a nice, gentle way about him.
Yeah.
Punditry wise. Very understated. It's nice.
Yeah.
When you get more and more the pundits who are very much shouty at each other.
Yeah, you just want people who actually, they're not just full of cliches and they actually commentate on what's in front of them, not that's like been pre-rehearsed that they've said about anything else.
Just looking at the subs, looking at what Norway can do in the second half. Elizabeth Turland, obviously, Paul, one of your favourites.
Liz, yes. Get our Liz on.
Yeah. Signa Gaupse, get her on. She's the one I mentioned in the preview, who's not started. Said she's one to watch. She's on the bench. Just you wait for Bizet on the bench as well. She's there.
Very good.
You got options.
Good. Just you wait for Bizet. I do have to say, Twitter is a weird place. Warsaw Twitter is a weird place. However, there are some accounts that keep popping up on my feed that have incredible one-liners. And someone's posted a picture of Group A. Of course, Iceland, Finland, Switzerland, Norway. And someone's put, the group theme is who can build a snowman the fastest. I thought that. Nice. I appreciate it. But yeah, the amount of bot accounts are just horrendous. Yeah, now and again we get a good one. So Norway then, like Danny's just said, let's have a look at the bench. They've got Bizet Turland, you've got Lisa Nolson to come on as well, to shore things up. You've got
Did anybody
shore things up? They're 1-0 down. I don't think they need shoring up anymore than they already are.
Because I'm just reading discussion because our Rosie, who is of course, is she out in Switzerland already, or is she?
I don't know if she's out or she's going at. She's going at some point. I'm not sure if she's already out. Yeah.
Because apparently at some point in the first half, Rachel Brown-Finnish was talking about Georgia Fox and said, "Oh, it's good she's got her ACL tear over and done with."
What?
Which is a disgusting thing to say, because as we know, ACLs can repeatedly go.
Oh no! Apparently, she said it about possibly one of the Swiss players, because I think Smida Velotto tore her ACL, or Imon Benet tore her ACL at 16 or something.
Oh, she did, yeah, because that's why she missed the last tournament, wasn't it?
Because that's why she missed the last tournament. And so Rachel Brown-Finnis casually went, "Oh, she's got the ACL tear over and done with at 16. And
just why would you say that? Like, that doesn't make any. Oh.
Dear.
Let there be light.
Right,
teams out for the second half then. I don't think there's been any substitutions.
Can you imagine Sam Matterface and Rachel Brown-Finnis on the same commentary team?
I think you might implode if that happens, Paul.
We haven't talked to Matterface yet, or the last game, have we?
If I die and go to hell, women's football commentary will be having to watch Barcelona play West Ham and win 8-0 with Sam Matterface and Rachel Brown-Finnis creaming them.
And just at the end of the match, it starts again. And that is your purgatory.
It's on a loop. Yeah.
On a loop forever.
With Mark Skinner on the post-match interviews as the winning manager in full smugness.
As a manager of both teams. So you get it twice. Hey, Switzerland come out attacking again.
There's your reaction gif. Just there. Yeah, we haven't talked much about the last game, and because there wasn't that much to talk about. It was.
Oh, there was.
It wasn't the greatest of games, was it?
Wasn't the greatest of games, but
Iceland should have done much more, and I was a bit disappointed they couldn't at least get an equaliser. the amount of shots they had.
It was so one-dimensional, Iceland, I thought, in that game. Like, they've got a lot of tall players, and they're kind of using it to go set-piece goals, and that's their only kind of plan. It feels like
That's
lump it
their USP.
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a free kick or a long throw or a corner, score in that way, which they almost did a couple of times. Had a couple of long throws, didn't they, from Jonsdottir that caused a bit of chaos.
I did enjoy the genuine outrage from the Coventry whenever Jonsdottir took a short throw.
Yes, yes. How dare you? Yeah.
What's he doing? Yeah. And of
This
course,
is where, 'cause I haven't mentioned my topical tag yet. Katarina
Yes, well
Kosova.
done.
Katarina Kosova looks a bit special, doesn't she?
She does. Yeah.
She's gonna play like that throughout the tournament down the left side. She'll be key for them.
Far and away the
It
best
was
player
just
on
the
the pitch.
power behind the strike, wasn't it? It was something.
And like,
something else.
she had been threatening to do it for the entire game. Like, she's had a couple of shots during the first half and cutting in from the left and hitting one. And you think Iceland, being so defensive and so well drilled at the back, and they're quite well known for being tight, that they'd sort that out at half time, but they just didn't. And it was a lovely strike. Not quite a Thundy B, because it was inside the box. But it was a lovely goal. I like the look of Finland as well, to be fair. Wasn't expecting to, but like the look of how they played really well.
Again, got some really good names in there. And
Evelina Sumanen.
Yeah.
Sumanen, of course.
Sani Francie impressed me a little as well. Those two outer forwards, I suppose you described them, Kosola and Francie, either side of Shellstrom. They were.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I was looking at the stats for Iceland Finland. They had over 30 attempts, like altogether. Finland 50 attacks compared to 35. But there wasn't much in it. So I think 1-0 was maybe fair, but you just think out of all of that, like so Finland had 16 attempts, only 4 on target. Iceland had 15 shots, only 4 on target. So yeah, so it was accuracy for both of them. And there was that bit of jeopardy right at the end, wasn't it, for Iceland, where I think it like pinballed around the box off about 5 different people, and he thought, why hasn't that gone in?
The Jonsdottir throwing is definitely. I said one of my tweets was, it's a wet dream of that guy who sits behind you at the football, who every time the ball crosses the halfway line screams, "Get it in the mixer!"
But they weren't playing to her strength either, were they? Jonsdottir. No. Like, she's the one with the pace. She's the one who's going to get in behind. They weren't playing at all to her strength. They were just lumping it. Like, I know the second half she started to play through the middle, but then they got the red card and she had to shuffle things around a bit, and it was a lost cause almost. But you just think you've got a player up there who's full of pace and quality. You're just not using her.
Yeah, because talking about the red card, of course, it was for a second yellow, and as you could tell by the chat, because everyone went, "What? What happened? What was this?" Everyone's saying, "Well, we had a red card before a goal, so that might set a record somewhere." But yeah, just silly, unnecessary challenges, especially when you're on a yellow. Why have you gone and clipped the back of someone's ankles? I do not know.
It made old Torstein Haldorsen, the Iceland coach, he was very sulky afterwards. He was sat in the dugout like a spoiled child that he didn't get what he wanted. It was a and he looks, when he sulked as well, he looks like a little bit like a young Neil Warnock. I just caught his face at times, which is not really what you want to be, if I'm honest. But
Marco Salavantic has big, sleazy film producer vibes about him.
I wondered where I was going to go there. Thank you for that.
I had to edit it. It was either nightclub owner or sleazy.
Oh, that's edited, right? Okay.
Either that, or he's the kind of slightly dodgy business owner who has set up like a building firm that may or may not be a front for criminality. And drives a big Range Rover and posts loads of inspirational stuff about management on LinkedIn. Like, Norway are just not. Admittedly, we're only 6 minutes in, but Norway have barely crossed the halfway line here.
No, what you want when you come out for the second half, you want them to be up and at them. Let's go for it. They just started in exactly the same vein. There's loose passes. There's no cohesion.
Well,
they're the child at school. You just I'm disappointed in you.
They've kind of tried. You can see they're trying to play with energy and stuff, but it's almost like we need to look like we're playing with energy, but we don't really believe it because
we don't believe in what we're doing. Yeah, because you can't really, and it might just be me, but like most teams, you can kind of guess the shape that they're playing in, but it just looks like a bit of a mess.
It's a classic case of throw all the players on and not really think about anything else.
They don't have much of an identity about them, do they? Like for all the criticism that I have had in the past about the lionesses, you know the way England are going to play. You know the way Spain are going to play. You know the way France are going to try and play. You know the way Germany are going to try and play. And then even with the smaller teams, you have an idea of the style of play. Norway, you're like, are they going to be typical Scandinavian, or are they going to try and be skill teams? Or
what are they going to do?
It's almost as if they're not sure because they've got all those traditional Scandinavian players, but they've also got Graham Hansen and Hegerberg. And there we go. As we say that, Norway score. And it is Ada Hegerberg.
Corner. Hey, she gets it in. Yes, so corner came in from Borisa. Ada Hegerberg is looking very happy with herself.
There you go. That is a highlight. That's
like when Steve McLaren with the Iceland player, wasn't it?
That is hashtag manifesting. There you go, Sam.
Yes. Norway, you are welcome.
we manifest a Norway goal.
I do like, however, that they've all gone for a chat and Hegerberg was like, right, come round. We're having a chat. This is not the way we're going to play. And I think they need, I don't know, do they need that strong voice on the pitch? Being like, right, this isn't working. We need to do something else. We need to move now and not just wait for something to happen. But yeah, I mean.
Nobody goes with her though. Like.
Yes, she's. How
does nobody go with Ada Hegerberg there?
Yeah, why is no one picking her up? And maybe.
Again, you don't want to pick on certain things, but the defending there,
non-existent.
If you're a Swiss player and you've got one of them, and you realise, because obviously we've all played sports, we all know that when in the heat of the battle, sometimes you don't necessarily realise who it is you're marking, you just react. But I would imagine in football, it's right. One of you is looking for Hegerberg, and she's yours.
Yeah, and she's make sure you on her own, isn't she? Yeah.
Make sure you know you're on Ada Hegerberg.
Yeah. Someone's just said Hegerberg's just scored as if she's read all of our comments at halftime.
I do love all the comments of Norway are playing if it's a warm-up game. They can't. What are they doing? Go Norway!
Right, they've woken up.
The trouble with this, I suppose, if this is England, if this is Spain, if this is France, who have been in this position where they've gone 1-0 down, and then they get that goal back, your reaction is right. Okay, now they're going up a gear. You have that confidence that okay, Switzerland are for it now. But looking at the Norwegians, you don't. You know, if you're Swiss, you're not looking at it going, "Oh, we're in trouble here." Oh,
that was a good noise.
Oh, that's naughty. That Imam Bene definitely has a shout there, doesn't she? for a penalty. I'll be interested to see what Danny thinks of that in 2026 when he finally gets to
She's lurking at the back post. Nah, not sure.
If you do a
Tell you
super
what,
cut
though,
about noises.
Benet has already shown what she's a proper Man City player, isn't she? She's going to fit in really well there.
She's going to fit in really well, yeah.
She is a talent for sure.
She is. I'm already looking at her and going, yeah, she and if at some point they've got her on one side, if you're the fullback and you play 60 minutes against Alba Fagino and then she comes on, Benet comes on as well.
If she's playing in that advanced position rather than wing back, she's going to be dangerous.
You're like, oh no, because I'd imagine that. Let's say if next season Man City, Lauren Hemp is basically on that left wing position until she decides that she can't be bothered anymore, like Chloe Kelly. So the real competition is for that right wing position. Oh, own goal, Switzerland.
Own goal?
Yes.
Oh.
It's fallen apart.
And all of a sudden,
they've woken up.
Utterly undeserved. Norway are 2-1 up.
Oh, and that was Stierley. She went to deflect it, to put it behind, and what happens?
She went too Stierley.
And it is quite sad because she appears to be visibly.
Oh no!
Or briefly, she was visibly emotional, like not in a angry way, in a I've let the country down kind of way.
You say that, and she'll say that, but Hegerberg was right behind her. She was going to tap it in anyway.
Yeah, that's a classic. She's nothing she could have done.
Look,
yeah.
So Pam has to cross into the box. Yeah, she gets just in front of Hegerberg, doesn't she?
She has to cut that out because if she doesn't cut that out, Hegerberg has a tap in.
Mm-hmm.
That's so unlucky.
Oh, there comes some Norway fans. There they are.
The right intention, just the angle.
I do hope that whatever happens in the game now, I do hope that when she talks the analysis afterwards, she is told very strongly, you had to go for that. You had no other option. Like that was a goal if you didn't try and make that challenge.
Yeah, that wasn't, it
wasn't an error.
No, she had to go for it.
And this is the thing that's annoying and seems to be a difference with women's football as well. If that happens in the men's game, the narrative that you see on Twitter from fans is all, he had to go for that. Whereas you put a clip on that, the football banter accounts put a clip on that, and it goes, "Oh, lol, look at that mistake. She's put it into her own net." Blah blah blah. Calamity defending.
Yeah, and sometimes it just genuinely that was it. That was the option.
And that was what 4 minutes, and the game spun round completely now.
Yeah.
Half an hour to go.
And then, because people talk a lot about, did they deserve it, blah blah blah, but at the end of the day, it doesn't come down to that, does it? It's just who does get the ball in the back of the net.
Sport is cruel to pull out.
Yet
another cliche.
Was Jamali trying to tackle Engin with her head there?
I think she lost her balance a bit. and it's a classic, I don't want to go down.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Fighting to go down. I'll take everyone with me.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. You missed us finishing off discussing the own goal and how Norway are completely undeservedly 2-1 up now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if this ends 2-2 at least, I think that's fairer than a Norway win. For the moment, anyway.
Yeah, you fear that
An old change.
the air's gone out of Switzerland.
You do, but only one goal with 25,000 Swiss behind them.
It's true.
They just need to not fold and not crumble and be the Switzerland they were when they first came out and were attacking before Norway had this little bit of confidence.
It's one of those, right, get through the next 5 minutes, settle back, and then 25 minutes.
Go again.
We're playing like it's 0-0.
Yeah. Because 2-1, like, it's still all to play for. Like, anything can happen.
Oh, that's a save. That is an amazing save. That is a peng save indeed.
Oh, very good. Yep. Very good.
You'll see in a second.
Comes out.
Give it a minute.
Give it a minute.
I genuinely, the way I reacted to them, were genuinely like, that's 3-1. And again, it's completely unjustified because it's Hegerberg through one goal and you're like...
Oh, Valti not happy. Thinks the ref's blown the wrong way. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? The ref's blown the wrong way. You know when you say things, that's just...
that's why they banned the look
very good by a peng there. Let's focus on that comment.
Good save.
Yeah. And Sydney Sherton, I was
just about to say. Yeah. Is she coming on? I was just about to say.
She has just come on, yes.
Yes, and good. Pilgrim. Fantastic name, Pilgrim. Has also just come on.
Is Suna Gorcevic on the bench? She's not come on yet, is she?
She's on the bench, yes.
She's got options still. Let's come on.
Yeah.
Norway being on two baby blonde people, which I'm sure narrows it down. It's like international.
That woman sounds awful, doesn't it? That lady there who's holding up the numbers board. I like her reffing, so if they could just swap.
You like her reffing?
There's a discussion because apparently they're trying to work out whether Maren Mjelde is coming off or not, because there was some sort of discussion and they showed Mjelde looking at the bench going, what, me? And then
there's a very suspicious looking guy behind the two Norwegians. He looks like some sort of spy.
It's the fact he's got his hand on his whatever box he's got. He's like, what's happening here? Okay, so
like what's his name from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Slugworth.
Oh, he genuinely freaked me out a bit.
Okay, Borisa is now going off. 16. Harkiven is coming on. Harviken, sorry. And Lisa Nelson is also coming on. Okay.
The faces of the Norwegian coaching staff trying to get the players off the pitch. It's like a kids' game when they've got the coaches on the side of the pitch. Yes, you, Jenny, off you come. Come
in,
on.
number 6, your time is up.
Now, I'd love to know what's going on because Mjelde looks fuming that she's been brought off and she's gone straight to the bench being like, what are you playing at? What's going on? And the coaches look a bit confused as to why she's complaining. So Danny, when you get there, I'd love to see your
drama.
The dramas.
The absolute drama llama going on.
Saddle up the drama llama. We're ready to go. I haven't said saddle up the drama llama in ages. Fantastic.
Welcome to the Absolute Football Podcast, where it's always 2015.
Especially on my TV.
Streaming live. Oh, that was a save and a half.
Beth Mead has just scored for England against Norway on Dennis TV.
Yeah, the fact that she's celebrating that save for Skustrand as if they've just won it. I mean, that shows you how she feels.
That was an absolute pig of a bounce as well. That bounced right underneath it.
66
Are we aware of the new rule, by the way, that I was reading in the last country, that apparently if a goalie takes longer than 8 seconds or is adjudged to be taking too long, it is a corner kick to the
Hello?
to the opposition.
Did not know that.
And
couldn't get. That was a bad corner to give away.
yeah, 8 seconds apparently.
What was the guy doing the flapping in the stand behind?
I think that was one of your "we're not worthy for Fiskestrands" save.
Was that not? Was it offside or what? What's going on?
Right, Switzerland on this corner. Someone go with Hegerberg this time.
You saw what happened last time. All right, are they marking out?
Oh, you've never get. How have they got a penalty out of that?
No, they haven't.
They have.
How?
The penalty.
It is.
That's poor from Benet, by the way. That's why she should be playing further forward.
Voitela's having a nightmare. No, doesn't even touch her. Doesn't even. It might. From that angle,
it doesn't.
The first angle was a confident no. The second one it did.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fair. We take all of the reactions back.
And Voitela stood there going, "What have I done?" Thank you, Kerry.
Oh, we love Kerry.
Yeah. That's Kerry, everybody, who may not be seen but is often heard on the podcast. Has it actually been given? They're all kind of standing around.
Oh, are they giving a handball, or is it?
I'm assuming it's a handball because there was nothing else that was.
No. They.
It's falling apart.
I was going to say, this is the only thing when they take so long. It takes that momentum out of it, doesn't it? Like,
I'll tell you what, Livia Peng has a stare on her. It just showed a shot. It just showed the old shot of Hegerberg getting ready and Peng just staring, and she almost snarled at her, like a proper lip curl. Chelsea, you've got
Hegerberg stepping up.
Feistiness there. Oh, you stockade Hegerberg! That is a shocking penalty. That is a genuinely horrific penalty.
She scored.
No.
It's an absolutely horrific penalty.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
What was that?
She's kissed the ball as well.
See, that's what it was. All the germs I knew.
I mean, if you kiss my ball like that, I'll put my pants back on, for God's sake.
I love the everyone behind the goal with their phones out, ready to video what happened, and they just all go.
Right, here we go.
And penalty the other way. Here we flipping go.
What?
Penalty the other way.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
I've only just seen the first one.
This
This
is why you have delayed stuff.
That's such a poor penalty from Hegerberg. That's a few minus points in your fantasy teams, by the way.
How has that been given? And the one from Imam Benet, where she was blatantly pulled back, not been given. That's almost. We have the concept. This is where my ice hockey thing. You have the concept in ice hockey of a thing called a makeup call, where a blatant penalty doesn't get given, and then a few seconds later, a soft penalty does get given.
Yeah. I mean,
and that looked a very. I should have given the Imam Benet one, and I didn't, and we didn't even VAR check it.
But that's the thing, because they do have VAR, and we laughed because there was also a VAR as well. And you just think
that isn't even be so. Presumably, that's been VAR checked, and they've gone, that very, very soft.
I don't understand. Right, Fiskestrands, up to you. Come on.
The worst penalty shot I've ever seen. Then got another. Then it went to a shootout, And he made it.
Look how involved Kerry's getting in this. This is fantastic.
Yeah, Kerry is now remembering a British ice hockey game from 2016.
Wow. Okay.
2009.
Yeah,
Who's-
Graham
Oh, it was
saying
2009, even
Simon's
further
saying
back.
that's never a penalty. Yeah, we
They-
agree with you.
They do have VAR, don't they?
Yeah, they got VAR.
I'm surprised they didn't check that one.
Oh no, they are
Unless-
checking it. And
Anyway, it was the
right, so
Oh, VAR. There we go.
Oh, they
so
are.
now they're not,
Oh.
in fact, giving the penalty.
Not a penalty. After all that.
That is levels of clusterfuck.
That's horrendous. What even was that? Yes, overturn, no penalty. Yes.
But the
As
best bit,
it shouldn't have been.
but the
Yes.
best bit, it's not been overturned because of the foul. It's been overturned because there was an offside in the build-up.
Oh, just ridiculous.
So somehow they've managed to get everything wrong and make the right decision.
Oh, that is some powerful celebrating by the Norwegians as well.
I was going to say Tuva Hansen as just
Yeah.
celebrating as if they've just won the whole thing. Yeah. Oh, Pia's not happy. Lovely little Pia is having an argument with the fourth official. Oh,
Tight.
it's getting
The
feisty.
Tiger looks like a local supermarket has run out of prunes. She just...
You're mean.
And now, of course, drinks break, apparently,
Well, they need one after all that, do you, mate?
just to add to the chaos. Like, just to calm everybody down, which actually probably helps the Swiss more than anything.
Yeah. I've got nothing against Alicia Lehman, but I just need to. How is she going to play if she comes on as a sub with that much hair? Like, has anyone else seen those extensions?
Not yet.
The weight of that hair must be insane. So fair play to her if she does come on and plays with it. But
She's as the kids say, she's not beating in the team for PR allegations, is she? When she turns up with hair like that.
I mean, she looks stunning. Like, no one can take that away from her. But you just, yeah.
Because
I can't believe that that's why they've not given it, because it was an offside. That's mad.
They have shown it, and it was offside.
Mm.
So genuinely, we've had the situation where that penalty.
Oh, here we go. Bizet and Turland coming on.
No, just you wait for Bizet.
What?
One of
She comes.
the best musicals on stage. It's yeah.
Oh, was that a musical
Oh,
reference?
it was
Just
Matilda.
you wait for Bizet.
Oh, it was offside, wasn't it? Just.
Yeah, it's from Matilda, Paul.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, Hegerberg's coming off.
It's not.
Hegerberg
It's,
off, Turland on.
at least we can say it's not boring.
No, exactly. We didn't have high hopes when it did start.
But this is the thing with tournaments. This is we were saying in the plan how we were going to do this, and we were planning the Euros coverage, and it was like, yeah, we'll do England and Wales and almost have double headers because they're on the same time. And I was like, we should pick out games that we think are the ones that no one could be asked watching, but are going to be, because every tournament has the games where everyone like, oh, that doesn't look very promising, and it's like 6-5 or something.
Yeah.
With four red cards or whatever else.
There was more of a numbers mix up there, wasn't there? Because someone else tried to come off. Couldn't see who it was. But then it was actually Mornham who should have came off, but it was
What is going on?
It's all a bit chaotic. Speaking of the looks a bit rubbish or looks unpromising but definitely has the potential for absolute chaos. Group B is just that group.
I can't wait. Cannot wait for Group B. Because literally anything can happen in that group. We will just mention Aitana Bonmati, of course, was hospitalized with viral meningitis. Luckily, she is a lot better. has been discharged and has met up with the Spanish team.
Oh, you are
Now-
joking. The offside.
Oh,
The offside is literally studs.
it was a foot, half
It's
a
a
foot.
foot. It's literally half a foot.
Yeah. Yeah, so Aitana is back with the Spanish squad. And we all kind of said, should she? Because that's a massive thing to try and get over, not just a little cold. But yeah, so we shall wait and see whether Aitana is back. But yeah, Norway's 13. Who's 13? Oh yeah, Bielda. Thought she was going off, but it was actually Mornham instead. So they got the 13 and the 18 mixed up.
There we go. There's Tony as well. There's been a few names that we normally see in the chat that we haven't seen tonight, and it's just going like, oh, are they there or are they watching? And there's Tony.
Evening, Tony.
The Romelu Lukaku offside. See, I just have flashbacks to Had You Right not being offside against Manchester United. I'm not bitter.
Never.
He says. Never.
I'm not bitter, he said.
Never.
Like the Murphys, I'm not bitter. There you go. There's
The bitterest lemon.
there's another naughties advert reference. We had Reason in the first half. We've got Murphy's Irish Stout in the second half, which you can't buy anywhere now.
There's somebody's dialogue.
I thought that kick was a genuine, really bad goal kick instead of putting the ball out of play because there's another ball on the pitch. And I was really concerned about Peng's passing for a second. Oh, Benair's got the ball down the right-hand side. Oh, is that going to be given? No. Oh, okay. No,
We did. Switzerland have responded very well, mind you.
They have.
They're still very much. You wonder now whether they'll be fueled by injustice of that penalty not being given, and will use that as fuel. I'm also very unsettled, by the way, by my lighting, which makes me actually look like Interview with the Vampire.
That's fine. I've just realised I blurred my background. So Storm getting comfy behind me looking like a really blurry monster coming out of the background. Oh, captain's armband keeps coming off, so I'm having to tape it to Graham Hansen's arm.
Oh, Shirtleave's got some pace on her.
She's made a difference already, hasn't she?
She has.
In the middle of the park. She's got such a presence.
They're a very aggressive is the wrong word, but they're a very positive team in the sense that they're always looking. Certain teams, Spain, will just spend ages stroking the ball around and not really making much progress. Switzerland are always looking to progress and move forward rather than sideways. And they've got a lot of players who are looking to run with the ball, which is the kind of thing we like. Tackles are starting to fly in a bit as well. There's a nice little battle going on between current generation and next generation down that side. Graham Hansen and Benair are going back and forth at each other.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
If you're an 18-year-old and you need to learn a good wing play, I suppose going up against Caroline Graham Hansen is going to be... You want 35,000 people there.
Nice.
That's so good. Like, you know, it's a home tournament and it is the home team playing, but still, that's an incredible number considering
especially
where
with
some countries are in terms of their...
with all the controversy we had as well about, going from England with decent-sized stadiums to Switzerland, where most of the stadiums are 10, 11,000.
Yeah. And here we are, 34.
And there was cynicism about how UEFA just like, oh, they want to claim they've sold out stadiums, so rather than trying to grow the game, they've just made the stadium smaller. But it's nice that Switzerland have turned up like that.
Oh, I like what Tony's put in the chat there. He said, obviously we talked about the 7-1 game last time, didn't we? 2 former Swedish players, Lotta Schelling and Caroline Seger, have said it's 100% a Pia Sundhage idea. When she used to manage our women, she used to have practice games all the time. One of them implied she used to ask the coach of the boys' team to have no mercy. She used the games not about winning. If they did, it was a plus, but it was about speed. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, speed, physicality. Yeah, exactly what we said. Good. No, I'm glad that that's right. And, and it is because, if you've got, young lads who are physically fit, they are incredibly fast. Like, no one's taking that away from them. So it is a fantastic idea.
And you are, that's a great ball through. That is you absolute, Reuteler, you arse. What a ball through.
Was that from Schertenlieb as well?
Schertenlieb's ball through. That is a gorgeous ball through. Oh, Reuteler's going to have nightmares about that.
Oh, just it's an arm, isn't it? Just offside. Are they going to check it? I mean, not that it went in, so it doesn't matter. But
Reuteler's going to have absolute nightmares about that miss, whether she was offside or not, because. But Schertenlieb as well. You picked her out, didn't you, Danny? In the
she needs to be starting the next game. She's made such a difference, really.
Yes. Yeah,
she's tall and rangy, and that pass she just picked. You know, I love an assist, and that was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, Nancy? Where is she?
Full opinions.
There she is, sort of. Padding across.
Show pretty people her arse.
She actually does. There we go. You can just see Nancy's tail in the corner of the screen, and she's looking at me in disgust. There she is.
Reuteler plays for Eintracht Frankfurt, of course, if anyone wants to check out the Frauen Bundesliga next season.
She's definitely getting a move soon, Reuteler.
People have you just shown your arse to?
Possibly several hundred. There appears to be some sort of weird disco dancing going on between Schertenlieb and Fisker.
I'm not blocking the goalkeeper. No, I'm not distracting her.
I'm not blocking her because I am moving. So
not touching, can't get mad. Not touching, can't get mad.
I'm going to do this. And if you accidentally get in the way. Oh, you cynic, Graham. Honestly.
The winning team's the only ones who get cramp at the end of the game.
Couldn't possibly be the case that winning teams in the 84th minute start getting cramp. But now we have a yellow card for Thea Bielda for time wasting. So,
I mean, she didn't even try to make it look like she was doing much with it, did she? It was very much should I put this? Oh, a ball! It's in my hand.
Because you see when people take throw-ins and they're like for 30 seconds, trying to pretend I'm not time wasting. It's like I want to take the throw-in, but there's nobody available, and you can't expect me to just throw the ball away, surely, ref.
I know we've got 5 minutes plus a bit of injury time, but
I think we're going to get another 5 minutes at least with all the VAR checking in.
Yeah, I'd say so. But Switzerland again looks more promising of the two, but maybe now they've got more of an attacking presence up front. Noelle Moritz, in particular, who was essentially a forward in the first half. Has pretty much stayed where she should be. at left back.
Insert Lucy Bronze joke here. You'd have been disappointed if I hadn't.
That's true. That's true.
Speaking of Lucy Bronze, she may now be back up at Chelsea because finally, Ellie Carpenter.
Yes, big
confirmed.
news there. Ellie Carpenter, yes. Do you think? Yeah. I mean, they're two very attack-minded right backs, aren't they? So it's going to be hard to see what Sonia does with that. Srnegočević finally coming on, 84th minute.
For a centre back as well, your classic football manager. One goal down, take off a defender, bring on a striker.
Gung ho.
Yeah.
Up and over, that is wide. Oof.
Oh,
I did think
if that had gone in, that would have been really, really.
it would have been unfair, and it would have been it. In the game.
It would have.
Completely misread Spenny fan Chris's comment there, saying 2 off, 9 on for Switzerland. So that's a tactic. Get on board with.
No.
That's how football works now.
Using the host nation exemption of being able to play 18 against 11. They've got a 46 player squad.
So late?
Oh, here we go.
The Swiss body language is interesting because it's not
neutral.
It's not a beaten team body language. Oh, that joke was gold. Nazi gold, you might say. Anyway, did you know, speaking of neutrality, Switzerland is the most militarized country in the world?
I thought you were going to say, speaking of Nazi gold.
No, that's the one joke I'm making, then that was it. That's the one stereotype I'm making with that one. But no, it's the most militarized country in the world, because if it was ever invaded, then you'd basically be facing an entire country of militarized militia, because there is a law in Switzerland that every household has to have a rifle.
Jeez.
Huh.
So,
wow.
And also, the motorways are specifically built in Switzerland to be runways for their fighter jets.
See, that's cool.
They are wide and straight, and it's, oh my word. There you go. That's live TV right there.
How did that go in?
Yeah, see?
Oh. It was quite funny as well, though, Paul, because the audio kind of broke up a little bit as you were trying to say wide and something.
Oh.
So it was like, wide and no. Yeah, so it goes in. Does it come off an arm? Is it? So Benet comes in. Hansen, no, I think it hits a thigh first and then off. Bounces back out. Engen's trying to go for it. At the same
wild
time.
Hot takes on podcast, Tony. Not familiar with those. Is everyone ready for all the wildest hot takes tomorrow and all the podcasts? It's like, not familiar with any of those.
No, there's other women's football podcasts. No, never. There's probably going to be a lot of clickbait articles of why didn't Lehman play.
The real reason.
The real reason.
Yeah, real in capitals.
Noelle, if you could not
Alicia
get
Lehman breaks her silence on
yeah.
didn't get off the bench.
6 ways.
That was a bit naughty from Bizet. Okay.
6 ways you can watch Alicia Lehman when she's sat on the bench. Like 7 minutes. Bang on. Who was it who said 7 minutes?
Interesting, Bizet bringing Turland down in the box and then everyone just descending into madness. But hey, we're Team Chaos, so welcome to the party. 7 minutes. Yeah, Chris was like, I'm guessing 7 minutes. I was right with 7 minutes. You
Yeah,
work.
as I was
when-
saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by football happening. A cool thing about Switzerland is all the motorways are built with the intent that they can also be used as runways for the Swiss Air Force.
That's very cool. How many
many of the
substitutes are we allowed, by the way?
5?
Haven't Norway had like
Norway have had about 6, haven't they?
1, 2, 3, 4? No, I've had more than that.
And also, the railway tunnels are often built wide enough to be hangars for said fighter jets. So there we go.
Oh, that's cool.
So basically, don't mess with Switzerland.
They're
There's a
ready.
reason they stay neutral.
I'm sure
Oh,
they
Slugworth is still there on the bench. Good to see.
making sure no one's stealing his secret recipe.
His everlasting gobstopper.
Spoilers.
Sidle
Though.
up to Peter Sundhager afterwards.
Spoilers in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory film. Slugworth was actually good because he was actually a Willy Wonka employee who was trying to see if the kids were pure of heart, and Charlie was the only one who didn't offer to try and steal things from the visit, and so that was why Willy gave him the factory. So there you go. Just complete silence. I was just Freya's like, how do we react to that?
It's just like, how? No.
Elite ball knowledge, as they say.
He did do something wrong though, didn't he, Charlie? And then he had that moment where he was like, "You lose."
Yes, because
he
tried the floaty chewing gum.
Tried the thing and flew up to the ceiling.
Yeah, it was the him and Grandpa Joe took the. Did they
the
drink
floaty chewing gum and nearly ended up in the fan?
Yes.
You get nothing.
I also, it would be fun to go down the chute with the golden eggs. The bad eggs, not the golden eggs.
I was going to say there was also the absolute coldness of where's that other chute go? The incinerator. Pardon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Has that kid really just been burned alive?
Yeah. Well, there's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
They might not have turned it on today. They only turned it on every other day.
Oh, poor old Switzerland. Feel sorry for him here.
You do.
Played well.
I don't know whether I'm trying to manifest it again, but I still think there's a last minute strike in this.
Nice. That'd be nice.
Possibly not just then.
I feel like this is very papering over the cracks for Norway as well.
Yeah, I think they've been very lucky to get this result. If it does indeed stay, that they get the 3 points.
Yeah, Schurtenleib needs to start next time.
Schurtenleib.
Schurtenleib. Which one is it?
Underrated genre in football broadcast, by the way, at international tournaments, is when they have crowd shots, and you see during the crowd shots, the people in the crowd shots realise they're on the big screen just as it cuts away.
Yeah. Or they're looking really upset, and then the camera comes onto them. They realise, then they're suddenly really happy,
and they start cheering.
Yeah.
Get my good side.
That's Alicia Lehman in a few minutes' time.
Yeah.
What are the odds Rosie turns up on camera?
I know she did send us a list of the games she's going to. So
Rosie on tour. I assume she's staying in an attic somewhere.
of course, yeah, that's her criteria. Loft.
Penthouse.
Penthouse attic.
Loft on there. Oh, yellow card. But for who? Number 14. I think she just said a naughty word to the
Mila Velotto.
Oh, is it Velotto? Oh, very good.
Oh, it's been an entertaining opening day, I think.
Yeah.
Enjoyable.
All of the drums.
Looking forward to it.
I'm glad this is the one we've been covering, though, because it has more to talk about than...
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been very tricky to...
to make the other ones fun.
I quite enjoyed how Finland played, to be fair. I'm quite excited to see them come up against, now they've got points in the bag, to play against Norway. I'm interested to see.
Oh, that was close. Oh,
interested to see
Jensen.
Iceland against Norway as well.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see who really
Try and
steps
frustrate them. They'll really frustrate them.
What are the chances all 4 teams are on 3 points going into the final? The final day.
Quite a high chance, I think.
Oh, Bizette's not taking any prisoners, is she? I love how Marissa just rolled over. What the fuck?
Did we enjoy, by the way, in classic WSL beef fashion, the fact that the new Spurs manager is potentially going to be Martin Ho from Brann, who's obviously former Manchester United assistant manager, and Manchester United fans have been very vocal about how they think he was responsible for Skinner doing well in the year that Man United did do so well. And I did enjoy Spurs fans getting a bit of revenge from Manchester United fans doing the whole arrogant "lol, we took Bizet off you because we're a big club" thing by just responding with lots of various gifts back today.
Got to be careful with them Ho gifts.
Oh yeah, you don't put Ho gifts into Twitter.
No.
Be careful what you search for.
Yeah.
Unless you put an E, and then you get lots of gardening gifts.
Archaeology gifts.
Indeed, it's the same way you don't search for football corners by putting a love train into a.
It's definitely a thing. I googled it again.
And unfortunately,
What's that?
Norway have won.
Oh,
Norway top the
and the
group.
reaction from the bench is very much like, get in.
But they'll see that as their toughest game, won't they? Being in the home country, they'll see that as like job done. Iceland have been the next.
I'm just interested as to what Pia was talking about to the fourth official, because she was holding her fingers up as if to be like, you took too long, you messed the game. Oh, I don't know. Can't wait for
what is interesting, of course, with groups A and B is I'm trying to remember from our brackets. Were we going to show all our brackets, by the way? There is a bit of a switch over, isn't there, where Spain go in, if assuming Spain win the group, they'll go into England's half of the draw at the bottom half rather than
if England win the group, that is, yeah. But so the winners of Group A face the runners up of Group B, and the other way around as well. Winners of B will face the runner up of A. So it's Spain's group that this is matched up with in the quarterfinals.
Yes,
which is why they'll probably all be scrambling to try and finish top to face either Belgium or Italy, most likely.
Yes, very much in the hope of avoiding Spain.
So they've still really got to go for top spot in this.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You can see Norway just kind of scrapping their way through to the semi-finals without really playing well.
Yeah, no, I agree. So if we forgot that there, kind of support then. So winner of A with a runner-up of B. So if we predicted, let's say, so for example, who was in Group A?
Let's work with the Norway shithouse their way through to the top of Group A.
Okay. So Norway versus runner-up of B. So I personally think that's going to be Italy.
Yeah, that'd be
so
Italy.
Norway-Italy draw could be quite good indeed. Then it's the winner of C with the runner-up of D. So let's say Germany wins C and England get runner-up. That's Germany-England straight away, which I personally think should be later on in the competition. But that could be quite a tasty one. Then we've got the winner of B with a runner-up of A. So Spain.
Finners. Spain and Finners. Yeah. Come on.
Spain and #Finners.
If you want an ultimate underdog against Spain, come on, get Finners in there.
Get the Finners in.
And then it's the winner of D with a runner-up of C. So if it's France and Sweden,
yeah,
maybe again
Tasty.
a really good one. So there's
Or England, Sweden, potentially.
or England, Sweden,
If
yeah,
England do
if we do win the group. Yeah.
manage to win the group.
yeah.
If we win the group, we then play against the Spain against the Spain game in the quarterfinals, I think.
yeah. So then it goes
Sorry.
to
And it's kind of it goes the other way, yeah. But if we finish runner-up, we'll most likely face Germany anyway. So it's not going to be easy anyway, either way, is it?
But ideally, presumably then, England want to finish in whatever qualifying position Spain don't.
Yeah,
in
but
order to
Germany's
avoid
still
them.
tough, isn't it?
Until as late as
Germany's still a tough game.
yeah.
I think you just got to win as many games as you can. Just get on with it, because
Is that how you win a tournament, Danny?
Yeah.
You win as many games as you can.
You can't be. What I mean is, you can't be plotting to then finish second. I don't think, 'cause that's just silly.
Yeah. If the first, and if you get second, that's fine.
If we face Spain in the semi-final, it's a sub Spain in the semi-final, whatever. Go out on your
Just
sword.
that penalty again.
That is a shocking penalty, and Gemma Granger's just kind of sat there like
Her
she's supposed to be
face
one of the
of
best
just
strikers in the world.
what is this? Yeah. I wonder. Again, I'd love a bit of post match to get the reactions of Gemma Granger, because like there was nothing. So I think she either anticipated that it wasn't going to be enough, or like something wasn't going to go right. But yeah, it was just so bad.
I mean, we're gonna have the problem now with the semi-automated VAR that because the interpretation of the rules is if any part of you is offside, you're offside.
Yeah.
Even if it's close.
I'm just gonna put the.
This is the point where I'm kind of like there should be almost a tolerance put into it, because you don't get any advantage from having a toe offside. If it's two of you, if it's you and a defender racing through for a through ball, and you start and your toe is offside when the ball is played, is that really an advantage? Is that worth considering, or does it have to be where there is a clear and obvious advantage? If you've got half your leg offside, if you're a stride ahead and offside, then yeah, you're offside because there's a clear advantage there. But if it is literally a case of their finger is offside, their finger breaks the imaginary plane, kind of thing, because her body position when the ball is played is her finger is offside, kind of thing. Which is what
it shouldn't come down to a toe or a finger, should it? Like if it's like you said, if you're like a whole half a body width offside, fair play. But if it's a tiny part of you, then yeah, it shouldn't really stand, should it? No, I just muted myself there to listen to the analysis in the studio. There was none, so that was fun. Can't report anything back. But yeah, I feel like there's just not much of a. Like they'll say one sentence each, the pundits, and be like, "Oh well, we're done now," because it's not English. Yeah, we're late for the news. We can't possibly be late. So yeah, it's just a bit of I want more. I want all the analysis, but that's why we're here, isn't it? So essentially, let us know in the chat as well what you thought of that match if you were watching. Hopefully you were, because you're here. And yeah, so Graham's saying the same thing as us. Problem is the rule is written as black and white. Because how do you define a correct amount of advantage? Well,
I'm going to put the light on now because I've got a full interview with the vampire.
But yeah, so overall then, Norway lucky to get that win, really, because
you look at these shots, the stats. So 17 shots to 8 for Switzerland, 17 for Switzerland, 8 for Norway, 7 on target, 3 on target for Norway. Comfortably creating the more chances, comfortably more touches in the box, more corners. on all the stats they're winning. It's just there's couple of moments that they had that Norway buried, or well, Switzerland buried one for them even as well. So I think Norway were very lucky tonight. Switzerland played some really good stuff. They'll be quite happy, I think, going into the next two games. They got winnable games against Iceland and Finland. Based on that performance, I don't think there's any reason why they couldn't go into it attacking and getting some points out of. I'm quite confident in Switzerland, actually, a lot more than I was before the start of the tournament. The way they played, the way the subs that they brought on were really impactful, I thought, as well. And
do you think Schertenlieb has earned herself a starting spot?
I think she should have done, definitely.
Yeah, the way she changed the game.
She's just got, like I said earlier, she's such a presence and such a sort of good attitude of the game. She wants to think forward and make things happen. You can find her and think she's going to do something. With Benet as well, she had a really good game.
Really good.
I can see why you picked Benet out, because that was my first. That was a beautiful pun as well. But that was my first proper sight of Imam Benet, and yeah, I can see why you talked her up and why other people have talked her up.
Yeah, the impact she made in that game was insane. I was just going to say, because having a look at the key players we picked out, and we will be sharing these on socials, by the way, so I have a sneak preview right now. We picked, I know we've already talked about a few of them, but I just want to show people.
Should we do a watch along on BBC News now as it comes up?
Yeah. And tonight, the headlines.
Then we're getting cancelled. we are definitely getting cancelled.
Paul, mute yourself for this one.
As soon as we start talking politics and stuff, we're definitely getting cancelled.
Yes. So these will be going up on socials, but I'll give everyone a sneak preview now as we're all here. So we did pick Imam Benet, of course. Bleu. But essentially, it's got all of her stats, caps, etc., and we've got them for all of our key players that we said were ones to watch. We also had Signe Gupset. Did she come on, Danny, tonight?
I don't think she did in the end, no.
No, I don't. So, hey, still one to watch.
Still one to watch. We might not be watching her.
And of course, in the earlier matches, we had Svendis Jonsdottir, who did have a very, very good match, but unfortunately...
That's a belting picture of her as well that they've picked out for the graphic. Full on
screen
with the sky.
And of course, someone else who also had a very good game earlier, Jutta Rantala as well.
She came off the bench, didn't she? Didn't have long to get involved.
Yes. But obviously the unblurry versions will be up on socials very soon, because our lovely friend Dan has made those for us for every single team, and we picked them out in our preview last week. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it, please do so for all of the upcoming matches. We've seen match day 1 of Group A today, and of course we've got Group B kicking off tomorrow.
By the way, the part of me really loves the fact that it's so split. Group A's today, Group B's tomorrow, Group C. There's none of like one game of Group A and one tomorrow.
Oh, none of that annoying crap.
It's not like the Nations League where, C6 are playing now, and then A1 kick off in 20 minutes, and then where's all the players?
A3 is sometime in June.
Yeah.
I love the fact as well that, like you say, it's very much one group, one day. So it's 2 games a day all the way through. None of this weird 3-game stuff because there's too many teams or whatever. Yeah.
And the nice thing was, so if you follow me on socials, you'll see I did a diary essentially of the month of where these games are. And it's so nice because they're all 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And just the same times, and they've planned it very, very well. So little round of applause for the organisers.
It does mean the groups are unfortunate because it does mean we've got marathons when we do England and Wales.
Yes. 6 hours. Which, good luck settling everyone. So thank you to everyone who has joined us this evening. Tomorrow you've got Belgium versus Italy at 5 o'clock. That should be a really, really good one. And of course, Spain, Portugal at 8 o'clock in Group B. Group C, Friday, 5 o'clock, you've got Denmark, Sweden, and Germany, Poland at 8 o'clock. So that's your Friday night football. Saturday, we've got Wales, Netherlands at 5 o'clock for Group D, and then England versus France at 8 o'clock on Saturday, which we are also doing a live watch along for. Okay, so we're definitely back with England on Saturday. So please do come join us. If you're not out at a pub or a watch party, we know there's lots of places now who have really joined in and want to build this football.
Are we just doing England? We're not doing Wales, and we're not doing Wales as well.
If people are free, we can do Wales. I'll do Wales. Yeah.
Because part of me is up for it. Part of me is up for it, but part of me is contemplating 6 hours.
Well,
people really want to listen. I love how Graham's straight in with what time are we on tomorrow then?
Yeah.
So tomorrow for Belgium versus Italy, you get to see Freya talk about Martina Piemonte.
Did I tell you I sent her a good luck message just on the off chance? Because now and again she replies. She's very good like that. And
you, Martina, like that. You know.
Me, Martina. Yeah, no, she replied with lots of love hearts and was like, "Thank you so much." And I just think it's one of them things where you just want to send your best wishes to these players who maybe don't get the spotlight and don't have all of the media coverage, whether it's good or clickbait or whatever. So yeah, it was just nice to be able to you've got people back.
I do think if we could, I would happily do live watch-alongs of every game, but the sheer amount of effort that we'd have to put into it and time.
Well, that's the thing.
Warning, by the way, Paul, for Saturday, France, England, got Matterface. We think it's on ITV.
Oh, live reaction to some Matterface commentary. Oh, you guys are in for a treat.
Matterface, England. Still going to kick off.
Oh, Saturday night. All I'm saying to everybody
on Saturday to see Paul implode.
All I'm saying to everybody is, for those of you you think my Skinner rants are fun. See, having to react to live to Sam Matterface commentating.
So yeah, if that's not a pull, just come back on Saturday and we'll be there. What we could even do is maybe do maybe a Twitter. Oh God, what's it called on Twitter when you go live? Twitter space. Could even do a space for Wales, Netherlands, maybe, and then do a live for England on here. Sort of switching it up a bit. But yeah, we'll have a chat and see what you want to do.
Mainly because Friday I am on air broadcasting on my day job, doing the Saturday sports show. Me and Matt for the first hour. So I was like, if you are doing it, I can either do it while doing 2 broadcasts at once, or come and join. But the main thing, I suppose, is because the reaction from people is amazing. Yes. And I have so much fun doing it with you guys, whoever else is on.
Yeah.
And the more Phil Neville jokes we can make, the better.
I mean, yeah, if I could, I'd be on here for every game, absolutely. But unfortunately, I've had pupils that have booked in right at the time of some matches, which is quite annoying that I have to work. So whenever I'm free, I'm happy to jump on and do something. But everyone watching, we will keep you updated. So make sure you do subscribe across all of our socials. And if you haven't, this is where you can find us. So usually during the footballing season, you can find us 4 nights a week. We've got non-league on a Monday, Premier League on a Tuesday, the Women's Football Show on a Wednesday, and the Lower League Show on a Thursday. Now, make sure as well, it's fantastic to see all the little subscriber logos in the YouTube chat as well. So thank you to everyone who does subscribe. You get exclusive benefits, exclusive content, and we're going to be working to bring you more as well to make sure you get your money's worth. So if you are interested, make sure you do click on subscribe on YouTube to become a member, or just subscribe for the content, and this is where you can do so. So on Twitter, we're very active at Absolute Ball Pod, and of course all of us as well. We'll tell you that in a minute. YouTube at Absolute Football Podcast, Twitch Absolute Football Podcast, TikTok Absolute Football Pod, and the same on Instagram, but just add an underscore. On Blue Sky at Absolute Football, and Facebook the Absolute Football Podcast as well. Now, Graham, absolutely. Don't forget to nominate the amazing team for this year's FCAs. Yes, we were lucky enough to win a Football Content Award last year. I don't think we can still believe it, but it was a fantastic night out at the ceremony. So yes, if you do like our content, think we deserve a little vote. Please do so. Voting, I can't remember when it closes, so the sooner you do it will be fantastic. And again, we have got the 4 shows, so if you wouldn't mind, we'd really, really appreciate it. And Graham, if you are on YouTube or on the chat, that will look like exclusive emojis. However, if you're not a member, it just looks like a little bit of gobbledygook. But that's another reason why you should become a member. Now, so yeah, thank you everyone who has been involved in the live stream, whether you're watching now, whether you're watching on playback, and for getting involved in the chat as well. And of course, to my 2 lovely co-hosts this evening, Danny, thank you very much. Where can people find more of you, please?
Thank you. I'm at Danny Brothers on the Twits, at Danny the Brothers on the Instagram. Before we go as well, I think it's worth shouting out. We talked about other pods there. Go and check out if you don't know already what's happening at Morecambe. We've got Jen on our other podcast, on the Lower League podcast. Morecambe are in dire straits at the minute, so please go and find out what's going on there. Check out social media. Check out what Jen's been tweeting as well. We send so much love to Morecambe, and yeah, just go and show your support for that as well at the moment.
And I'm assuming, I think they're on tomorrow, aren't they, as well?
I think they are, yeah.
So,
and I think they did a Twitter space, I believe, tonight as well. So if you can go back and check that out as well.
Yes. Yeah, and see what's happening. Yeah, thank you for that, Danny. Never mind, Danny, about 30 seconds.
30.
13 minutes.
Need to sort my iPlayer out for the next one.
Yeah. And Paul, thank you very much. Where can people find more of you, please?
You can find me on, I'll point the right way eventually with my fancy red nails. At Paul W Radio is where you can find me. But for the Euros and sharing the other blogs and stuff, one of the other places that I write for, if I'm not on here, I will be yelling and live tweeting on there, just as I did for Iceland versus Finland. And if you go back and look through their timeline, you'll get a hint of my Sam Matterface rants. And that is at Since 71 blog. And I will be doing as many games as I can for that one when I'm not on here with everybody else. So if for some reason you like listening to me yell about football, you can see it on there as well. There's a warm-up for this stuff.
Oh, as a warm-up, yes, good. And that's the thing. It's very much kind of, this is the time where we can all, yes, come together and talk about it, but we're also kind of passionate about our own groups and teams and players and ones to watch. So do give us a follow. We do talk some Marmite stuff most of the time about women's football. And if you do want to follow me, I'm at 2Freya2 Writes across most platforms, and the whole 115 yards as well. Again, just like Paul, trying to cover as much football as possible, and we might even be trying to do some dual streaming at some point as well, which would be really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, just as many of us talking about women's football as possible, because that's what this summer is all about. Looking at these up and coming stars, and making sure that people are getting the spotlight on them that they deserve. So we will leave it there. The earliest we're ever going to finish one of these
short one tonight.
Actual short one tonight.
Just a short one tonight, guys. And yeah, we hope you all enjoyed it. We will be back for definite, if not before then, for Saturday, England versus. I was going to say England versus Wales. No, that's in a few weeks. France versus England on Saturday night. We'll definitely be back. But if we do stage anything else sooner, we will let you all know. So make sure your notifications are on. So yes, thank you. Good evening, and we'll see you very, very soon for more Euros content. Goodbye.